Hi, welcome to Shore Progression. I'm Suresh K, corporate trainer, motivational speaker, and leadership coach. I have 30 plus years of rich experience in leadership, sales, team management, and people development in the life insurance industry. I have successfully led teams, built high performing business units, recruited and developed professionals, and consistently delivered results. Today, I bring this real world experience to the training room, inspire individuals and organizations to grow, perform, and excel. Here I talk about leadership qualities in a series of 10 episodes. This is episode 1, leadership quality. Be empathetic. Have you ever noticed that one of your team members is not performing well? And instead of asking, why are you not achieving your target? You ask, is everything okay with you? Sometimes that one question can make a huge difference. Today, in the first episode of my series on 10 leadership qualities, I want to talk about the first and, in my opinion, one of the most important qualities of a leader, empathy. There was a person working with me who, for several days, appeared to be very dull and withdrawn. I noticed that he was not as active as he normally was. He was not going out and performing his duties with the same energy and enthusiasm. As a leader, I could have simply called him and asked, what is happening? Why are you not performing? What are your developments? But I decided to observe him for some time. One day I casually asked him, how are things going? He replied, everything is going well. But somehow I felt that everything was not actually going well. So I asked him to come to my cabin. I didn't call him there to discuss targets. I didn't ask him about his performance. I didn't question him about his work. Instead, I simply sat with him and started talking to him as a person. I asked him about his family. I asked him whether everything was okay at home. I asked him if he was facing any personal problems. I gave him the time and space to speak freely. Initially, he was hesitant, but slowly he started opening up. He shared with me that he was facing some difficulties in his married life. He and his wife had been in love before they got married, but after marriage, things had gradually become difficult. He was very focused on his career. He was busy with his responsibilities, his work, and his ambition for professional growth. Because of his busy schedule, he felt that he was not able to give enough time and attention to his wife. His wife wanted more time with him. She wanted to talk to him. She wanted to spend time together. She wanted to enjoy life. But he was always occupied with his professional responsibilities. He was trying to manage both his career and his family. But somehow he was not able to give enough attention to his family. That was the real problem. And I realized something very important. His problem at work was not actually a work problem. His mind was occupied with his personal life. His emotional energy was being consumed by his family situation, and naturally, it was affecting his concentration and performance at work. What did I tell him? I didn't give him a lecture. I didn't tell him to ignore his career. I simply shared my perspective with him. I told him, you have responsibilities at work and you should give your best to your profession. But when you go home, try to be fully present with your family. I suggested that he create a healthy boundary between his professional and personal life. During working hours, he should concentrate on his work, but after a certain time, when he went home, he should consciously switch his attention to his family. I told him to spend time with his, talk to her, listen to her, understand her expectations, spend some time together, go out occasionally, enjoy each other's company. Sometimes the solution to a problem is not something complicated. Sometimes people simply need time, attention, and understanding. The change I saw after our conversation, I could immediately sense a change in him. He seemed relieved. He had finally opened his mind and shared what he had been carrying inside. I could see that he was happier, and for me, that was an important moment as a leader. I understand that sometimes the best thing a leader can give a team member is not an instruction, but an opportunity to be heard. The leadership lesson, this is what empathy means to me. Empathy does not mean that you should ignore performance. It does not mean that you should compromise on discipline or results. It means that before judging a person, you try to understand the person. When someone is not performing, don't immediately label them as lazy. When someone is quiet, don't assume that they are uninterested. When someone is making mistakes, don't immediately conclude that they are incapable. Pause, observe, listen, understand. There may be a story behind their behavior that you don't know. Final message. As leaders, we are responsible not only for the work our people do, we are also responsible for creating an environment where people feel that they are valued and understood. So, my first leadership quality is be empathetic. Before you correct someone, understand them. Before you judge someone, listen to them. Before you ask, why aren't you performing? Sometimes simply ask, is everything okay? That one question can open a door, and sometimes behind that door, you may discover a problem that your employee has been silently carrying for a long time. A good leader manages performance. A great leader understands people. Thank you. I will see you in the next episode where I will talk about the second leadership quality, discipline. Because the leadership begins with leading by example. Thank you.